Hi, this is Ming the Injury Guru. I am a physical therapist located here in New York City, and I've been getting a lot of calls and emails from my friends, and they wanted to know what I was doing for myself in terms of supporting my immune system. So because it was something that a lot of my friends wanted to know, I figured I should put up a YouTube video regarding this subject. And I want to first say that this video is not intended to replace any type of medical treatment or advice or a diagnosis. If you plan to do anything like this, I strongly suggest that you find yourself a medical professional that is well-versed in these matters, likely using a medical professional like a naturopath or a complementary medical doctor to help you navigate through this. But this is my own personal protocol that I use to support my own immune system that I like to share with you. The first thing that I use is vitamin C. I'm not going to get into dosing and things like that. That you can figure out when you work with your professional person, and they will help you navigate in terms of the dose. So vitamin C is a well-known vitamin that they've been using for decades and decades, and it's been proven to help with the immune system and the health of a human. The other thing that I recommend is that I use for myself rather is vitamin D. Vitamin D, similar because it is involved with hundreds and hundreds of biochemical reactions, particularly reactions that involve a DNA replication. So it's very important to have enough vitamin D in your diet or through supplementation, because it's been proven that there's a pretty large deficiency in the American public regarding vitamin D, partially because a lot of dermatologists and doctors are telling people to stay out of the sun, and as a result of that, their vitamin D levels have dropped to the point of being too low. And having too low of vitamin D levels will impact on your immune system in a negative way. So when you discuss this with your medical professional, have them discuss vitamin D, or D3 actually, with you. The other substance I like that I use for myself is quercetin, which is helps with asthma and things of allergic reactions, which can help your breathing capacity in your lungs. Quercetin. The other one would be zinc. I use zinc lozenges, and I take them a few times a day. There are many types of zinc. There's zinc citrate, zinc acetate, but zinc has been known to also work in bolstering your immune system. And of course, there's probiotics, and everyone knows what probiotics are. And basically, these are live cultures that you take, and they basically eventually get down to your large intestines, where a large amount of your immune cells actually reside. There's a huge percentage of your immune system that resides within the gut. And by taking probiotics, it maintains a certain level of health within the microbiome of your body's system. It's been shown that through stress or poor diet or not getting enough rest, it can absolutely affect your microbiome very quickly, because it's a dynamic system that's always in a constant state of flux. So you may want to consider talking to your professional person to investigate the use of probiotics. The other one I like is N-acetylcysteine. It works very well with vitamin C. And lactoferrin. Lactoferrin is a milk protein that they found increases T killer cells, which is part of the immune response, which I use that at least once a day personally. And there's using the use of garlic is known to kill pathogens. You can use garlic by chopping up garlic and eating it. It's not going to make your breath smell too good, and you may not want to be around people if you're eating a lot of garlic. But you can also use garlic in pill form. They're basically the active ingredient in the garlic. It's called allicin. You can take the allicin supplements if you choose to go that route. The other one is colloidal silver. Colloidal silver, if you take a small amount of that daily, it's been shown to have some antibacterial and antiviral effects. If you take too much of it, you can actually turn blue, but you're not going to get to that point. That's why you have to get professional help to have someone guide you through this. There's also another product that the Life Extension Foundation had promoted. It's called cimetidine. Cimetidine is basically a heartburn medication. They found out that that also increases immune response as well. So they claim it's pretty significant in terms of bolstering immune response when you're getting sick. Another one that is kind of a mundane one is plain old melatonin. Melatonin, if you take it right before you go to bed, obviously it can help you go to sleep, but it's also been proven in multiple studies that it improves immune responses as well. So these are the things that you can try. There are also other ones like maitake mushroom and reishi mushroom, which I use, and that will beta-glucan. These things can also help with the immune response. So these are the supplements that you can use, but there are other things you can do that are non-supplement oriented. If you don't want to go that route, is by doing certain things. That would be, number one would be having a routine, waking up at the same time that you normally wake up. And even if you're not working right now, I know a lot of people are out of work. You try to wake up at the same time that you normally wake up. I've been doing that, and it seems to help because once you get a routine, things feel a little bit more regular. And also consider doing meditation, because meditation can help you lower cortisol levels, which eventually can help you lower your stress levels. When I do meditation, I personally do it at least 5 times a week. It could be as little as 15 minutes to as long as 45 minutes. So I do usually a meditation along with some Qigong, and Qigong is like basically Chinese energy medicine, it's a complex set of movements that you can try. You can look it up online. There's plenty of Qigong masters online. Some of them are really, really, really good. So Qigong and meditation, as well as getting into a good routine, and make sure that you get a good amount of sleep. I do well with about 7 or 8 hours of sleep, and I try to get that every night. And I also try to take a 15-20 minute nap in the middle of the day, usually after about 1 o'clock. I try to take a very short nap, and that seems to make me feel much better when I get up. So getting enough rest, sleep, and a short nap in the afternoon can make your body feel very strong and rested, which I find very important. And something else that's not really talked about is maintaining your hydration levels. Why is that so important? Is because you want your body to be fully hydrated, particularly if your room tends to be very dry. And I live in New York City, so when the steam comes on, the air gets very, very dry and humidity drops. You have to keep your humidity levels. This has been shown that if your humidity levels drop below 50%, so you might have to buy a humidifier, it keeps the mucosal cells nice and wet, and also the mucus membrane working properly. So if you have pathogens, be it viruses or bacteria entering your nose or your mouth, and your mouth is dry, the mucus will not work properly. So your first line of defense is essentially will be defeated. So it's not a huge thing to do, but it's important. Get yourself a humidifier and let the humidifier run and throughout the night, or make sure the room is at least about 50% humidity, and that will keep those areas nice and hydrated, if you will, and keeps the mucus working the way it should work. So these are the things that I do, and I just wanted to share this with you. Once again, these suggestions are not intended to replace medical treatment, diagnosis, etc. So please contact your medical professional. I like the use of a naturopath or a complementary doctor, like I said earlier, and devise a specific program that you can use and resonate with. And for the rest of the time during this crisis, I hope everyone stays safe, and this will hopefully, as the weather warms up, as the sunshine comes out more in a pronounced way. The UV lights and the temperatures tend to be very antiviral. So if you get a little bit of sun, that can also help. I know that a lot of dermatologists don't believe in using sun, but I strongly suggest that you talk to your dermatologist and ask them if it would be appropriate for you to get a little bit of sun to see if that can help with your immune system as well. I personally try to get at least 15 to 20 minutes worth of sun whenever I can, and I usually feel much stronger and much better, and my mood tends to be better. And it's something you may want to consider when you discuss that with your dermatologist. Anyway, this is Ming Chu. I hope these suggestions, at least the things that I've done in my life, and I've been quite healthy. I rarely get sick. Like I said, I was sick probably once in the last 11 years. And most of my friends and colleagues get sick about once or twice a year. So I think for me, it's worked very, very well. I just wanted to share that with you. So this is Ming Chu, the injury guru. I'm a physical therapist here in New York City. I'm also the author of The Permanent Pain Cure. It's a book about myofascial stretching and spinal decompression stretches, and teaches you how to cure your own injuries. So take care of yourself, stay safe, and be well. Bye-bye.